Hello and welcome in. My name is Karen and this is Lost Souls Tarot. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely weekend. Mine has been a little bit emotional. I'm here to do a reading for you regardless. So it's just on Tuesday, it's coming up for the anniversary of the event that kicked off my Dark Night of the Soul last year. So I've got a lot of kind of residual feelings coming up. But this isn't about me, is it? It's about you. So let's just pull 3 archetype cards and see what we're getting here as a little beginning, middle, and an end. Now, I'm very consciously aware I don't have a drink here, and I'm suddenly feeling very thirsty, so I might have to nip off and get some water in a minute. And also, I am expecting a delivery, so I may have to pause the reading. That'll do. There we go. If you're a returning subscriber, I have 39 subscribers. I am kind of, I know that's not exactly big numbers, but for me, it's nice to know that I'm not talking into the void and that someone wants to listen to me. Not that I mind talking into the void, but so if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're new here, we'll pull up a chair, get cozy by the fire. And this is more upright than it was in the reverse. And let's see what we've got. We've got the Maiden coming out. I'm going to take it upright. It wasn't quite side on. I usually take these in 3 ways: reverse, side on, or upright. It was more upright than side on, so we're taking it the upright. Which tells me that maybe you've, well, I can't actually remember what the Maiden's all about. I know what the Crone's about and the Mother's about. Maiden, it's about innocence. Let me see. Or youth. Youth. You've got the medallion. Now, I've had that one again recently. That's coming out on its side. So that's like an amulet. That's about almost like an altar to something from my memory. But I'm going to use the book anyway. Oh, and there we go. The desert. Oh, in the reverse. Interesting. Because the desert to me is about kind of barren landscape. No water in sight, no nothing in sight. But in reverse, that's interesting. Oh, I'm excited about this. Okay. So tell me what we've got for the collective today. The Maiden. I don't think I've ever had the Maiden before. There's a lot of these cards. The Maiden is number 8. The Maiden, the Virgin, the Princess, the Innocent. The Maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of Maiden Mother Crone, and rightfully so because she has oh so much to learn. The Maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. So basically, yeah, the lessons in life that allow you to mature. Curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality. Okay. Now, I've got the medallion on its side, so that's 59. Go. It's on its side. So in the upright, upholding tradition, protecting, honouring. In the reverse, burdensome inheritance and habituation. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsake, and mementos of all kinds. Some of great material values, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognise that they might bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Okay, yeah, so having been given something that maybe, I don't know, it's between the upright and the reverse. So what that's given me is almost the energy of the art of detachment, letting go of people, places, and things. Yeah, that's kind of the energy I'm getting. It's maybe about letting, so if you let go of people, places, and things, the things, those mementos that you hold precious and dear, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying getting any rid of anything you hold precious and dear, but maybe let go of that emotional connection to it. And then we've got the desert in the reverse, which is interesting. So that's 37. The desert. So it doesn't give you much for in the reverse. So in the upright, the desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. Okay, in the reverse, drying, deadening, disorienting, isolating. No, it's not much different in the reverse than it is in the upright. So kind of reverse is kind of the same as the upright. I'm not that happy with it. The desert offers no such comfort and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. So it's almost like going through that. So in the reverse, it's almost like you're on the endless journey with no water in sight. So in the upright, you've got the hope of water in sight. In the reverse, it's not. It's just dead, dry, disorienting. Okay. So I'm kind of getting the energy of letting go, because we've got the maiden here. So this is about youthful energy. This is about innocence and, before life kind of knocks you a few times. And this is kind of about letting go of those things from the past, those things that you may be holding on to that aren't serving you any purpose, whether it's memories of people, whatever that is. And maybe you've struggled with this because you felt like there's something you can't let go of. Honestly, I'm getting such a Four of Pentacles feeling to this. Like, just there's something you're really struggling to let go of from your past. I get that a lot, actually. But do I want to take one of these? No, let's take one of the Uther Oracle. I was maybe going to do a line of these, but I'll make it sound like I'm snorting a substance. Do a line of these. No, that's not what I meant. I jest. Sorry. Yeah, this is the Seasons of the Witch Uther Oracle. These cards are just at the capacity. Oops, that's too many, I think. More than one just wants to come out. Oh, gosh. Oh, no, it was just one that flipped. Okay, we'll take the one that flipped. Fruit wine, number 10, condensed into a 1. This is a celebratory invitation to the possibilities gifted when you reach beyond yourself. Yeah. So it's about moving past that desert and reaching to the new possibilities and not stop living in the past. Stop living with those things that hurt you in the past. I'm going to hang on to these because I might still do a line of them, but let's start with the I forget what this is called. The Oracle of Shadows and Light. I need to shuffle these side on because they're so big. Oops. No, not that one. It is not that one, chaps. There we go. 3 Witchy Sisters, the Power of 3. Number 9. Okay. I'm still learning my houses. I can't remember what the third house is. I'm just going to get my cheat sheet out. Hang on, guys. So professional here. Third house, House of Communications, Insider Minds, the way one thinks. Oh, wow. And then we've got the 3 Fates coming out. What comes around 26? Got 3 Witchy Sisters, the Power of 3, the 3 Fates. Okay, so 333. Straight off the bat here. Okay. Okay, so 3 is significant to someone. House of Communication. So there's possibly a communication coming in. Carnivorous Flower Fairy. A tempting offer has a high price. Sorry, I should have held these up. I mean, I'm not sure how well you can see them from there because the camera is quite far away. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. That's such a sad feeling to that card. Really sad feeling. You maybe, this might not resonate with everybody in the collective, but maybe you're lamenting the loss of your youth, loss of, I mean, it's never too late to change anything, your career, your life, find new romance, whatever it is you want. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's only in here. It's your way of thinking. Faceless ghosts and the haunted girl, ghost people. Oh, I'm getting such a lingering energy of something from the past here. Someone you maybe hung on to for too long. Got a tempting offer, has a high price coming out right in the middle. Okay, let's do, this is the Broken Mirror Oracle deck. Stubborn. Bossy, selfish, and flexible. Top of the power of 3. It's possible that you've had 3 significant relationships in your life, or 3 altering relationships. Now, they don't have to be romantic. Could be one romantic, one a sibling, one a best friend or something like that. But there's 3 people that are incredibly significant. Unknown caller, stalking, hanging up, unknown numbers. You don't speak to these people anymore. There are 3 people in your life that you don't speak to anymore. I'm getting a feeling of isolation here. You're trying to heal from the past. Whatever happened, you're trying to let go of it. But you just feel like you're stuck in the desert forever. Push, pull, power balances, imbalance, stubborn again. A tempting offer has a high, that's coming out on top of a tempting offer has a high price. So I've got real hot and cold behavior here. Are you maybe comfortable? Sorry, let me rephrase that. I think maybe in your youth you were comfortable with hot and cold treatment. Like maybe that was what you grew up with, so that's what you came to expect. And if there wasn't this push pull, this power imbalance, this kind of hot cold, this drama, for want of a better word, it didn't feel right because it wasn't what you were used to. And I really get the feeling you're stepping away from that. And funnily enough, we've got sick and tired coming out. Cycles, over it, decision made, and on top of at bottom is my last chance. So you've made a decision to not either tolerate this behavior anymore or not seek out that kind of relationship that gets your dopamine going. Gosh, I'm getting such an anxious feeling here. I think this has been a really difficult, such an anxious feeling. I think it's brought up a lot of uncomfortable emotions for whoever this resonates with. And I get the feeling it's almost like a nerve-wracking introspection to suddenly realize that, oh no, these relationships that really mess with my nervous system are actually not healthy. Like you might have almost rejected people who gave you like kind of that calm vibe because them being safe and normal and attentive didn't feel normal to you. So we've got snooping, drive-by stalking, social media, psychic tarot readings. So these people from your past, I don't think this is you snooping. Maybe you are. Maybe you're a little bit interested, but maybe they're snooping on you. Take it as it resonates. It could be either way. But definitely they've come back into your conscious thought recently because you've been doing some kind of introspection and kind of self-reflection on yourself. but definitely 3 specific people. Doesn't necessarily be romantic, it could be a mixture. Or 3 people that shaped you, if you want to look at that. Okay, let's take, this is the Black Violet Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks. Oops. Wow, okay. A ghost want to come out there. That's one of the kind of unique cards to this deck on the bottom. Again, this is like, oh gosh, I forget the card that this is like. I think it's like the 5 of Cups, but you're haunted. It's like you're haunted by the past, and ghost people coming out here as well. Oops. Is it like the 5 of Cups? Oh, I've got so many decks, I can't remember. I've got 2 cups coming out on its side. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on its side. These 3 people might see you as bossy, selfish and inflexible, but really you've just set healthy boundaries with them. Like at different points in your past, I don't think this happened all at once. I think you've set, really strong boundaries with these people to the point where since it's unknown caller, I think you don't speak to them, or you don't speak to some of them. We've got the High Priestess coming out here, so you've really tapped into your intuition. And it's almost like you might have had an actual unknown caller, and it's almost like you knew who it was, but you didn't answer it, which is strange. We've got what goes around comes around. So these people might not even understand why you've set boundaries and moved away from them. And often people don't, because they're incapable of looking at their own behaviour quite often. Like it's so easy just to blame the other person. You're too emotional, you're this, you're that. And it's really hard to look at yourself and go, oh, actually, I contributed to that. Oh, yeah, I didn't treat that person very well. Oh, yeah, I emotionally shut down. Or, yes, I just said everything was fine instead of advocating for my needs. We co-create our situations. And often we decide to stay far longer than we should. Ace of Swords. As I said, I think you've done some real soul searching here. And I think a tempting offer did have a high price. I think maybe more recently, you found yourself falling into something that was push-pull again, hot and cold. But you saw it really, I get the feeling you saw it clearly, really quickly, because you really tapped into your intuition here. And it's almost just like you went, no, I'm not doing this. This isn't healthy. Because I get the feeling that you're maybe used to being in peace now. You're used to your nervous system being regulated or more regulated, and you could see this person's behavior getting you caught up and sucked in. Oh, Judgment in the reverse. Which is funny because the Judgment is a perfect reflection. She's sitting on the side of a lake and there's some trees, and you can see her reflection in the water. So this is almost like internal judgment, looking at yourself. Lack of judgment. Not listening to your judgment. You're sick of tired and not listening to your judgment. But we've got the High Priestess here, so... Or maybe you're just beating yourself up a little bit because you got pulled into this more recently and it was emulating something from your past. And you maybe were a little harsh on yourself. And quite often we don't recognise these things until they're kind of upon us. Sun. Which is interesting because we've got Faceless Ghosts and the Haunted Girl, Ghost People, and Snooping, Drive-By, Stalking, Social Media, Tarot Readings, and then we've got the Sun. Thing is about, if you have looked at somebody's social media, and we all do it occasionally, often people put their best foot forward on social media, so it can look like they're having an amazing time and they're really not. So, it's not a fair reflection of who they are and where they are. However, it might be that these people, if they have been kind of dialing up and hanging up, maybe being exposed. Or if you had a tarot reading on them, they've maybe been exposed as well. take that one as it resonates. I don't get a happy vibe from it. It feels like exposure. It's just not clear what's been exposed. Let's just see. Knight of Cups. On a sideways Two of Cups. Yeah. Okay. So this looks like a love offer of some type. So here he's walking this way off the table with his back to the High Priestess. This could be someone taking a cup away. Tell me about the High Priestess, please. Oops, nope. That one. Justice. Justice and the High Priestess. Again, I really like this card because it's kind of like, again, there's a self-reflection. There's a shadow. She's standing in a doorway and she's backlit, and then her shadow's almost like the perfect reflection. It's almost like it's reflecting the Judgment card. Libra energy coming out here. Leo energy with the sun. You're balanced. You're not talking to these people as justice. You're removing your energy and removing access to yourself is justice. And sometimes when we walk away from people, they can say such horrible things like, oh, you're just being immature. You know, all these things. Don't listen to any words I say about that. I just know the sort of things people can say if you're removing yourself from a situation. But, you removing yourself from a situation is the best form of self-care if it's damaging for your mental health, your emotional health, anything to do with your health. If there's toxic behaviors there, if you remove yourself and you're having a peaceful, happy life and those people are still having the same problems, it just kind of highlights that you're not necessarily the problem. However, if you stay there, you're co-creating that situation. No matter how much you grey rock. Queen of Cups on top of the Ace of Swords. You are absolutely the Queen of Cups right in the middle of this reading. Okay, so you're not in but you see things very, very clearly. So your heart's not emotionally, your heart's still open. You're in your feels. It's really funny. We've got the Queen of Cups here, and it almost looks like she's waving bye-bye to this Knight of Cups who's going this way. And it's almost like Justice is standing between them with her sword raised, and then the reflection of Justice has got her sword raised. It's almost like you've went, see ya, go away. Whoever this person is, and this might be this most recent push-pull person, you're just like, nope. It's almost like I get the feeling that you kind of beat yourself up a little bit about it, but it's almost like the minute you saw the behavior, the minute you became conscious of it, you were just like, no, this isn't for me. Which I applaud you for, because quite often it can take us quite some time. The Emperor. Ooh. Aries energy coming out on top of a lack of judgment. Now we've got the Queen of Cups and the Emperor coming out next to each other. Emperor, fire. We've got fire and water here. Queen of Cups could be a water sign, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Is that right? Yeah. So the Emperor is a leader. Okay. This might be an Emperor coming in. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure because we've got Judgment and it's coming out on top of Judgment in the reverse. You might have seen this person as an Emperor, especially because your Judgment is the wrong way round. But actually they were a Knight of Cups. Not sure. Got the Ace of Wands here, which does indicate kind of like a spicy, fiery, passionate new beginning. It can also be about creativity, but it does, on top of the Sun. Let me just change tarot decks. Ooh, let's go with the black tarot. This one. Oops. Oh. Okay, tell me about this Knight of Cups. Ace of Swords wanting to come out. Oops. Oh, that's definitely one. Oh, it was the Ace of Swords again, but it came in the reverse. Okay, so when this Knight of Cups came in, you didn't see them clearly. You didn't see, they didn't tell the truth. You didn't see them clearly. You didn't see the truth about them. Possibly because they lied or manipulative. I think you may have seen them like an emperor. I'd really like this emperor to be like a new romantic energy, but I'm not getting that feeling. Okay, tell me about justice. But you do see them clearly eventually. The moon. What's hidden? So we've got the High Priestess, Justice, and the Moon. I love this moon card. I love this deck. I just absolutely love the imagery on it. It's beautiful. You can see it's got the cycles of the moon on it. So the moon's about what's hidden, what you can't see. But since we've got the High Priestess here, I think even though you couldn't see what was going on, your intuition knew. And I think you also know that if you have cut these people out of your life, it's justice. It is absolute justice. Because quite often, if you are a High Priestess, you will read people's energies. And, you know, it's taken me a long time to realise that I've been around people, because I'd so learned not to listen to my intuition when I was younger, that I didn't realise I was around people who made me deeply uncomfortable. And they made me deeply uncomfortable because I wasn't safe around them and I could read their energy. I mean, I'm on the spectrum, so I'm, you know, I'm a master of kind of reading body language and, you know, all that malarkey. You know, I'm human lie detector. And yeah, just I can't remember what I was saying now. It was about the High Priestess. Yeah, you've learned to listen to your intuition. We've got the Devil coming out, Capricorn energy on top of the Queen of Cups. Oh. This person tried to bind you. So we've got push-pull here. Did this person try to trauma bond you? Three of Pentacles coming out top of, or Three of Spheres on top of the Emperor. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I'm going to take another card. I don't like that. I never like this Three of Pentacles or Three of Spheres because there's somebody on what's like a unicycle, but it's like a really tall unicycle. And he's absolutely towering over this tiny little person on the ground here, waving up at him. And it's kind of like this person lording over at everyone else. And this emperor, this person who wanted to look like an emperor, I suspect they're attached to devil energy here. This is where they wanted to be, and this is where they wanted you down here. That's a horrible, horrible energy. And they wanted you bound, stuck to them. I think this hot and cold. I think, honestly, I get the feeling they were trying to trauma bond you. Because we've got the devil on top of the, they wanted you codependent, they wanted you chasing them. But you're in your Nine of Pentacles. You're in your pre-Empress energy, Nine of Spheres even. On top of this Ace of Wands. So you're fine. They can try and lord it, or they can try and give the appearance of being like this, but they're not. Oh, that devil energy right in the middle. He's got one eye and like some really interesting horns. They're not even symmetrical horns. One of them's like all curly and one of them's kind of like a bit weird and straight and just goes back. Have the decency to have uniform horns. Five of Wands. It's kind of a disturbing imagery on this one. There's a lot of, so the Five of Wands is kind of chaos. This person a chaos agent. This person tried to bring chaos. You couldn't see them clearly. I just feel that this is internal conflict. This person got you stuck. There's a lot of fire here. You can see the rib cages of some of these people in here. Whoever this Knight of Cups is, who wanted to look like an emperor is, they brought chaos with them. And a lot of hidden energy. A lot of things you couldn't see, but I think you could read it. Because it doesn't matter if you think you're an emperor and you're up here. Kind of hide that from a high priestess. I said he's so Scottish when it said that. You can't hide that. A Page of Cups on top of the moon. And then we've got the devil right after that. Yeah. The Hanged Man. This person absolutely wanted you stuck. Stuck. Unable to go anywhere. Stuck on them. Well, they acted like an emperor. But they're more like a page. You're a queen, so you're alright. Oops. Eight of Swords. They absolutely wanted you stuck. Stuck in your head. Eight of Swords is bound in your head. Unable to walk away because you're emotionally trauma bonded. Honestly, I'm getting the feeling that this person tried to trauma bond you to them. Which is why we had this medallion here. The medallion was about gifts. You know, it's about holding things that have sentimental value, etc. But it was also about beware of gifts being given to you that have an ulterior motive attached to them. And it is on its side. So this person might have tried to get you stuck by giving you almost like guilt shaming you and guilt shaming you. I'm sure it was a lot more sophisticated than that, but almost obligating. Oh, but I bought you this and I did this and I'm great. And are you really? Wheel of Fortune, karma. Good karma in this instance. Oops, yeah, still in the upright, we're all right. Got the Wheel of Fortune coming out on top of the Nine of Pentacles. You are fine. Whatever this person's intention for you is, and I don't know how strongly this person bound you to them, because I get the feeling that you saw them really clearly quite quickly. And I get the feeling that this is their intention. But you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Or you will be fine if you're not quite there yet. Especially because of the desert in the reverse. I was going to say dessert there. Especially with the desert in the reverse there. You might have felt like you could never get out of this. Or you might have just, you know, especially when it's history repeating itself. Two of Cups again. This time in the upright. It was on its side this time, so it was a challenge. Yeah, this Two of Cups was chaos. And it mirrored these three witchy sisters, the three fates. There's so many threes here. I just get the feeling that there's three people. And whatever this chaos was, it mirrored these relationships. Whatever this this Knight of Cups brought in more recently. This is the Cosmic Garden Tarot, by the way. Six of Cups, yep. Nostalgia, fond memories of the past, childhood, and Page of Cups. So this could have been, this Page of Cups, this Knight of Cups, could have been someone from your past coming back. Oh, I'm getting deja vu here. Trying to act like an emperor and they're really, really not. Because you're in your Nine of Pentacles, you're fine. You've got good karma. So I've got this Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl as well. Oh, I missed my last chance. Please don't lose hope. You might have been tempted by this person. Well, you obviously were. How much tempted, I'm not sure. But this person did not have good plans for you. This person wanted you absolute. Well, that's... Oh, on its side. Ten of Pentacles on its side. So not only they wanted you stuck, they wanted your finances stuck as well. Or this person, this Emperor's finances are stuck. You're fine though. Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles can be about equal give and take, reciprocity, generosity. Sometimes it can be a little bit of breadcrumbing energy as well. I'm not getting breadcrumbing from this one, although it is coming out top of the Eight of Swords. This is more like you recognizing that this is what you deserve. The Six of Pentacles. And whatever this person was doing was not what you deserved, and they got you stuck in your head quite quickly. But you also, because we've got the Ace of Swords right in the middle on top of the Queen of Cups, you cut it out really quickly. Seven of Pentacles to the 6 to the 7. That's good. That's growing. That's increasing. Although we've got 10 on its side here. But we've got 9 of Pentacles here as well. 7 of Pentacles is about investing. Knowing where to invest. Investing for tomorrow. And I think you know not to invest in this person. Okay. Let's, why are you showing me this? Okay, come on. Where are we going with this? 10 of Cups. Okay. So you're going to find your 10 of Cups. Because we've got Autumn as my last chance. Please don't lose hope there. And I agree with that. The Hierophant. Taurus energy. Got the Empress. Justice. The Moon. Page of Cups. Six of Cups. And the Hierophant. You've gained some wisdom. You're not the maiden anymore, but you've gained wisdom and you become the High Priestess and the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups. You're all of them. Seven of Swords. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised that's coming out on top of the Devil, the Hanged Man, the 10 of Pentacles on his side, and Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about lies and deceit. This person's Seven of Swords shoot, or they try to. It's funny, the girl in this imagery has like a butterfly over her eyes, almost like it's a blindfold. But it also led to your metamorphosis. And I think you see this as a lesson, or if you don't, you should see it as a lesson, which is it taught you something, and it taught you to, that you're fine, that you don't need this person. They are not your last chance, because it's not over. Eight of Cups. Yeah. You walked away. One more, please. Just one. That one. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles could be an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be you. Because we have had the Hierophant coming out here with Taurus energy. That might be my delivery. Sometimes they expect me to go to the door. Sometimes they don't. We'll just see. That's fine. It's a doorbell. I'll get it in a minute. So we've got broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem, but in the reverse. Okay. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Is a tea leaf oracle. Oh gosh. There's just slightly too many to shuffle in this deck. Oh. 3. Okay, we've got horseshoe, good luck on its side. We've got someone is behaving stupidly, turkey in the upright, and then we've got success. So it looks like you're turning your luck around. I think this King of Pentacles is you. I think you're sitting in your King of Pentacles energy. I think you were sitting in your Queen of Cups energy. King of Pentacles is somebody who's really reliable, stable, financially savvy, knows where to invest his pentacles, his or her pentacles, and just as, oops. Okay, we've got Unicorn in the reverse. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Got an older man. Dealings or relationship with an older man. New creative ideas, new ventures, new fresh start. We did have the Ace of Wands coming out there. And Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So you're protected. And this horseshoe on its side tells me that you're going from maybe ill luck to good luck. You're coming into good luck. Actually, we had the Wheel of Fortune. Was that the Wheel of Fortune? There was the Wheel of Fortune there as well, so that kind of ties in with that. So, okay, I'm just going to leave that there. Thank you for listening. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely weekend. I'm going to go and get my parcel now because it's my weekly delivery of my protein balanced meals because I lift weights. I'll see you all next time. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much for if you made it this far, thank you so much for your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. It means the world to me. And thank you so much. And take care.